Welcome back to Soul Supply Co. This is Swole Sneakerhead here to bring you a special report.
Oh my god, Point Dexter! I feel that.
Today we have some updated news regarding the release of the off-white Nike Dunk capsule, officially called the Dear Summer Collection. This collection will feature 50 different Nike Dunk pairs you see displayed here. There are 5 lots or groups of 10 pairs each that feature different materials, colors, and lacing. Recent rumor tells us that this collection will release via Nike Sneakers Exclusive Access only on August 9th. If you haven't heard yet, Nike released a list of guidelines to follow on your sneakers account to help you get exclusive access. Today, we will go back over that as well as take an in-depth look at each lot and pair of Dunks in this collection. Alright, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this and read this already, but we're going to go over it one more time just because it is very important and is literally essential to get access to this Dunk collection. So the first point they make is that exclusive access is personalized based on community engagement, and it can be delivered before, after, during, or instead of a general launch. Example, says some drops may release only via exclusive access, like this Dunk drop is supposed to be. So point number 2 is that there's 50 plus variables that they use to determine which members are awarded exclusive access. A lot of it's based on your engagement within the app and your poll responses, but a lot of it also is to deter bots. So if they use a bunch of different variables that can track bots better, that's essentially why manual users really only get exclusive access. I mean, you have to give props to Nike. They've done a good job with this, but from a botter's perspective, they can't. There's almost no way to get exclusive access on your accounts like that. Anyway, point number 3, exclusive access is always delivered via push notifications. So obviously, if you don't have notifications on now for Nike, make sure to go into your settings on your phone and enable them so that you don't miss out on this. And point number 4, invitations for exclusive access for the Nike Off-White Dunk sneakers will be available to select members on August 9th as I reported, and continue over multiple days. So let's hope that means that if we don't get access the first day, that we still might have a chance. Obviously, we're going to see what happens here because we really have no idea how this whole exclusive access of 50 pairs is going to go down. But we're going to take a look at each of the 5 lots of sneakers and break down what makes all of them different. Alright, so we're going to start with lot number 1 through 10. As you can see, I kind of split this in half here to make it a little bit easier to see on the landscape on YouTube, so maybe you can zoom in a little bit. But from what I've heard, the most sought after ones will be number 1 and number 50. We'll get to number 50 obviously towards the end, but number 1 off the bat has this yellowish tan beige base, and that's the only pair in this collection that has that. And then you'll see they break it apart pretty easily as to the insole that's going to be inside, the tag color, the color scheme used on the shoe, and then the little of 50 tag that are all different for these. So each of them do have a unique color. For this lot, number 1 through 10, it is made of MM2 leather and canvas mix. I don't know if MM2 is an abbreviation, but it's a leather canvas mix, and essentially the different lots are split apart based on their materials that they're made of. Obviously, they all have different colors within the lots and across the entire collection, but the main idea is that the separated lots are separated by the materials. In lot number 2 now, we do see a different material with the MM1 hairy suede and leather. So if you can't tell in the pictures, the primarily, we'll say the darker gray portion of each of these shoes is actually going to be the hairy suede. I'm not 100% sure if it's like the horsehair like they've done in the past or what exactly it is, but it's going to be like that furrier kind of suede. As you can see, different colors throughout this collection as well. I think all 50 are completely unique, between the A, B, C, and D different identifying factors. But these should be interesting to see in hand, whatever this hairy suede looks like. And of course, just keep that in mind if you're going for these for personal, what materials they have, what materials you actually like. I would say the first collection is more of a basic Nike Dunk with the leather and canvas. But even canvas isn't necessarily in all of them. Some of them are all leather, so again, keep an eye out for that. And of course, whatever one they list first is what's going to be dominant on that shoe. So like I said, for this lot number 2, the hairy suede is going to be that dark gray area that takes up most of the shoe, and that's why it's listed first between the two. Just keep that in mind. Moving on to lot number 3, which will be numbers 21 through 30. Again, we see the MM2 leather and canvas mix, which should be a standard dunk kind of materials that we're used to seeing. Like the other lots, 21 through 30 all have that light gray, dark gray base, same bottom, and then of course the 5 different factors changed on each of the shoes. Our next lot, number 4, which is numbers 31 through 40, brings us another MM1 hairy suede and leather mixture. Should be a similar suede, the hairy suede, to the previous lot number 2. Again, not 100% sure confirmed on that because it's really hard to tell from these pictures. But other than that, all of these pairs again are the same with the light gray, dark gray base and bottoms, and of course the different colors on each shoe with the tags, lacing, and etc. And finally, let's talk about the final lot number 5, numbers 41 through 50, featuring the MM2 leather and canvas mix. This lot actually has 2 of my personal favorite pairs. Number 49, which is the gray on black. I'm really basic and wear pretty much all gray and black, so those are pretty dope for me. And of course, lot number 50, 50 of 50, the only black shoe in the collection. Now, based on the fact that there's 48 pairs that look the exact same, and then number 1 and 50 being different, I think it's easy for us to assume that both number 1 and 50 will be the outliers in terms of resale value, and most likely the hardest to cop, as more people are going to be going for them, and it'll be a little bit easier to cop, 2 through 49, because there's so many other pairs people could go for at that same time as you, right? Personally, I'm probably going to grab 1, 49, and 50 if possible. There are obviously a lot of great colors in here. I'm not huge on the cross lacing of the dunk that Off-White does. I would honestly probably take that off if I got it for myself. But now you've seen every pair in this collection, you have an idea of how to get the exclusive access, and you should be more prepared for this release moving forward. I would assume that these will retail anywhere between $100 and $120. We will give you more details on that obviously when we receive them. If you guys remember earlier in the video, we were talking about the exclusive access and looking in that page, and it did say that this release will take place over a few days. So my speculation would be that as they split these apart, into the 5 different lots based on their materials and whatnot, I would bet that they will maybe release one set of 10 a day, maybe 1 through 10 day 1, or maybe on day 1 they'll do numbers 1 and 50 only, and then release the entire collection on another day. I'm not 100% sure, but it seems really unlikely that they're going to release 1 through 50 all at the same time, because A, that would be hell for their fulfillment, I would assume, and B, it would be even more hell for trying to get on the sneakers app. So again, stay tuned in. This release is not until August 9th. So we will get more information leading up to that, but be prepared. Make sure you're doing what you need to do on your sneakers account as we looked at earlier. And I'm actually going to show you one more thing to make sure that you can secure this pair and actually just get the exclusive access in the first place. Alright, so if you take a look at Nike sneakers right now, I would suggest doing this on your phone, as you really want to get all of the engagement through your phone just so that it's all uniform. If you scroll down somewhere, you will see Nike Off-White Dunk Low Episode 1, Introduce, and Episode 2, Collaborate. You 100% need to make sure that you watch both of these episodes and any subsequent episodes they post afterwards. I'm assuming they're going to post like maybe once a week or once every other week leading up to this drop, but make sure you 100% watch both of these. I would recommend letting it run and not skipping right through it, because they may have certain metrics that track watch time and stuff like that. So you want to play into their hand as much as possible. Sit back for, it's literally like a minute or two, watch the video, go watch episode 2. I'll skip through just so you guys can see, but go back, episode 2, and I'm sure you will see when they post another one. If not, I'll probably put it in a video if they put episode 3 up at some point. But again, just make sure you're watching these any other little things that you can do to get engagement. Like I would watch the This Week in Sneakers as well. And especially in this, you just want to watch this for your own information, because at the end of the This Week in Sneakers, they hinted at the Travis drop, as you saw in our past video. So like if you weren't informed about that, at least after watching this you would know, oh okay, 7/29, let me make sure I check my app or whatever. But that will do it for that. I believe that's all you need to do to make sure that you get that access. Obviously watch these videos. You can go on the kick checks and stuff like that and go through these. That'll definitely help. It can't hurt you. But yeah, just be sure to watch those 2 episodes. That is going to wrap it up for today's video. I know that was a lot of information and a lot of stuff to go over. If you did make it this far, please drop us a like, subscribe. We are posting videos, our sneaker news, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, as well as you saw I posted a short the other night about the Travis Fragment raffle and a special report now. So we will be posting as much as we need to make sure that you guys get all the information you need. Make sure you watch back over this, go over the exclusive access part again, so that you're 100% prepared for this drop. It's going to be a very big, hyped, sought after drop, so you don't want to miss out. If you guys want to join our Discord server and get even more information and live updates about this, there's a free 1-week trial down in the description. Feel free to join that and message me, Swole Sneakerhead, and I will answer any questions that you guys have. Thank you for joining me on this July 27th special report. This is Swole Sneakerhead signing off.